Hi everyone, this is Siti Arshad Snyder. Now I want to show you how to use the having clause in a query. A having clause is used when you want to define your search criteria or to filter the result of your query using a uh, using a function. So for example, here I have my function count enrollment ID greater than 5 as the search criteria, and because I'm using this function I cannot use the where statement. So I am going to show you how to perform this query in SQL Server. So here is the query that I have written to basically pull a list of courses that um, have enrollment greater than 5. So for that I want to pull the course title, begin date, end date, and the total enrollment. And I want it to, because all these are from different tables, my main table for this query is class, and because I want to count enrollment, which comes from the enrollment table, I join my class table with enrollment table using class ID as a common link for these two tables. And I also want to pull the course title, and of course the course title comes from the course table, so I join class and course using the course ID field as a common link for these two tables. Another thing that I have here is a group by statement. Whenever I have a function which is an aggregate function, when I say aggregate, it is going to show my result in aggregate. It's not going to show me every single data, but rather give it to me in an aggregate format for so the count of enrollment for each class instead of showing every single enrollment in that particular class. And so my group by, anything that is not a function will have to be listed in the group by statement. So I have my course title, my begin date, and my end date, the group by statement. And I also want to specify that I only want to see courses that have more than 5 people enrolled in it. Recall that in my previous lectures, we use the where statement to specify the type of data or to filter the results that we're getting from our query. But because I am using the count function, I cannot use a regular where statement. If I do that, I want to show you just real quick. So if I do where count enroll equals greater than 5 and I execute that, it's going to tell me incorrect syntax near the word where, because where is looking for something other than a function. So I'm going to change it back to having, and you can see what this will do when I run this query. So what happens is this having count enrollment greater than 5 is going to limit my search data or search outcome to all courses that have enrollment more than 5 people. So as you can see here, none of these courses that came back have enrollment of 5 and below. Okay, now if let's say I want to only look at courses in recent years, say after 2014. I don't, anything before, anything in 2014 and before, I don't want to see. So basically I can type and begin date equals or greater or equals 112015. And if I run that, it is going to pull all data for 2015 and above. All right. Now I can also implement this by using a where statement, because this is not a function, so I can basically put this in a where statement. And let's do that. And I'm going to delete the end. So where, and again, where statement always appears above group by, and here I will specify where begin date greater or equals to 1/1/2015. So basically here what we have is two different filter or two different search criteria. The first one is of course the where statement, and the second one is this one. So not only do we want to see only courses that are after more recent than 2014, but we also want to only see courses that have more than 5 students or employee enrolled in it. So if I execute that, I will get the same result. And let's say I change this to 2016. Of course, I will only have one course that has an enrollment greater than 5 after after January 1st, 2016. Now I'm going to take this out. And let's say I want to find courses that have 0 enrollee. Basically, the course is offered, but nobody enrolled in a course. So in that case, I want my total enrollment to be equals to 0. Okay, so what happens if we run this query? So when I run this query, we are not getting any results, as if we don't have any courses that have 0 enrollees, but we know that there are some courses that have 0 enrollees. So here is the enrollment data that I provided to you when we started this database project. As you can see, there are some courses that did not have any enrollment. So for instance, Microsoft Word Intermediate that was offered in June of 2016 did not have any enrollment. And the same goes with this course that will be offered in 2017, and no one has registered for this course yet. And there are some other courses that do not have any enrollment. So we know that the result of this query is not accurate. And let's think about this. The reason why is because when I run this using join class to enrollment, using class ID enrollment class ID, if you think about it, if the course has no enrollment, there will be no matching values. The data could not exist in enrollment because there is no enrollment for a particular class. So if we want to pull all the classes that has 0 enrollment, we will have to do left join, meaning that we want all data about the class regardless of whether or not it has any enrollment, because we want to pull 0 enrollment. So with the left join statement in place, we can now run this query, and as you can see, there are courses that did not have any enrollment, and there are actually 5 of them. 4 have already passed with nobody enrolling in that class, and another course is set to be offered in 2017, and so far nobody has enrolled in that class. Again, in this query, we can also have another filter or another search criteria where we can put a where statement, say begin date, or maybe you can use between. Let's say we want to see everything in 2013. So we can say begin date between 1/1/2013 and 12/31/2000. Oops, 13. So this basically tells the system to look for only those courses that are offered in 2013. All right, so if we run this, as you can see, there is only one course in 2013 that has 0 enrollment. So if we take this back out, there's another way how you could basically leave a statement in your query without actually considering that as part of the query. So as you can see here, when I put 2 dashes, oops, when I put 2 dashes, my text turn into green. What happens here is that even though this text is in my query, but the 2 dashes tells the system to ignore this particular statement. So when I run this, it is going to ignore this completely as if this is not even there. So you can do that if you just want to test your query. Instead of keep writing your query, delete it and rewrite it, you can actually put 2 dashes to ignore that for the time being. So this is actually the same as running it without it completely and execute it, and as you can see, the result is still the same.